Welcome to another episode of the Brothers Watch. We got a good show for you today. We're going to look ahead at some Halloween Horror Nights, houses that we're going to go to coming up, and we're going to talk a little bit about Spider-Man, behind the scenes footage that's come out, and speculate on if it can save Marvel. So let's jump right into it. Tony, let's start with Halloween Horror Nights. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up. We're going to try to bring you a ton of content, multiple vlogs, a podcast potentially from the room, and we're going to try to get as much footage from the show or from the I read that and everything.
I don't think they're going to be able to be super strict about the houses.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't think so either.
A lot going on. So, So we'll go into the houses really quick. There's 10 houses, which is exciting.
Let's go.
At my count, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, if you count WWE, 5 of them are existing IP, and the other 5 are going to be Halloween Horror Nights originals, if you will, which typically do well.
Dude, some of the Halloween Horror Nights originals are my favorite when we go.
Yeah, I haven't been in about a decade, so I can't speak to that, but I believe you. Out of my list, the top 3 are IP, but that's because...
Yeah, they're exciting. The heavy hitters are big ones.
For sure. So I guess we'll go, if you're looking at the map of Universal, we'll go in order.
Okay.
Of like geographically how you would clockwise go to them. So right off rip, when you walk through the doors, there's going to be a scare zone. And that scare zone is going to be called the Origins of Horror.
Love it. Oh, and also they dialed up the intensity because they had a lot of complaints, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So I guess last year, and since COVID, really, it's been an issue.
Can confirm.
I can't, so that makes sense. But so Origins of Horror will be first. That'll be right when you walk through the gates, and it's supposed to be a kind of compilation of all the scare zone and all the houses and all the events that you're going to see that are Halloween Horror Nights themed.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's supposed to be all interconnected in one way or another. Not so much like Jason and Five Nights at Freddy's connected, but it's supposed to all kind of have an interconnectivity within itself. And this will kind of set the mood. So you should see a little bit, whether it's actors, props, things like that from each house.
Even if you miss a house, you're going to get a little taste of it.
Right in the beginning, yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited
That's
already.
Right when you walk in the gates. Once you pass that, we are going to start off. There's basically 2 routes you can go in the beginning, and those 2 are going to be one I'm excited about and one most people are excited about that I'm not so excited about. But it's going to be the horror at the Wyatt 6 of the Wyatt 6, spelled SICKS. Fun fact.
Okay.
So that's the WWE house. I guess WWE wrestlers have their own storylines and their own lore and their own kind of universe. And this is pulled from that.
Okay.
It's supposed to be epic. There's a lot of hype behind this house. I'm kind of mid on it, but that'll be right when you walk through the first scare zone. Immediately, you'll have 2 options on both sides of the road. You'll have the WWE house, and then on the other side, you'll have Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, cool.
Which has probably the highest hype right now,
really?
I would say, on the internet, at least from what I've read.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I guess they tried to get it last year, and there was a lot of heavy rumors that they were going to have it last year, but I guess they couldn't get the IP from the game creator.
Okay.
But then they made the movie, and
I still haven't seen that movie. I need to see that movie.
You do need to see it. It's mid.
Okay.
I think it's overrated. I watched it recently, actually. It's Blumhouse, which is Sony, which obviously is close-ish with Universal.
Is it Blumhouse?
Yeah.
Blumhouse.
Oh, you're right. It's Blumhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, I say Bloom because I'm an idiot. Anyway, moving on. So continuing clockwise here. So it's important to note that if you go, this is for if you go mainly, you got to pick which house you want to see most, and then you either go there immediately or risk not seeing it, because most of these houses, the lines, I assume, are going to get crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Right off rip. So at least if you go there first, you'll get through it. And from what I understand, none of the houses, the outdoor climate matters. Okay. So whether it's night or dusk or dawn, it would.
Oh yeah, it's you're in the warehouse.
You'll be in the dark. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So moving on from those 2 houses, the next house that you will come to is called Artista. So this is a Universal original, or I guess their own unique IP. And this is supposed to be a house based off an artist that goes to this house. And the art is kind of this gateway between this other dimension where these demons, goblins, ghouls come through and are able to interact in the real world, our world. This is also supposed to be kind of like part of the lore of the whole experience. The first scare zone that we talked about, the origins of horror, is supposed to be kind of like a conglomeration of everything. And this house is supposed to be kind of like the curation of that art.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I imagine they're going to get wild with that house.
Yeah, so I watched the walkthroughs, like the preliminary walkthroughs that the people are allowed to do. Like obviously the houses aren't done yet, but these are kind of like a baseline of what to see. And it looked interesting. It looked fun. So in the house, kind of think like a sinister Amityville horror, but it's kind of got that La Loretta, which is like a offshoot, I think, of Conjuring. Anyway, moving on. As you continue to walk around, we'll have the next, again, it'll be a Universal IP. It'll be called Grave of Flesh. Now, this is interesting. This is every Appalachian Trail base, Wrong Turn, The Hills Have Eyes, kind of like the In the Woods feel.
Yeah.
And it'll be original IP again, but there's also a lot of hype around that one. Sorry, I had to turn my paper over. Okay, so now we're at the back of the park. And we're getting to, obviously, what's going to be my most excited house.
Yeah, I already know where we're going.
Terrifier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this Terrifier house, obviously, Terrifier, if you guys have heard of it, if you haven't heard of it, you've probably seen the memes or the GIFs or whatever. It is extremely gory. It is clown-based. We're going to do a review on it.
For sure.
We're going to do a review on it.
Yep.
And this house is said to be one of Universal's goriest of all time. There is literally an option to choose between. So I read two things. I read that obviously there's an option to choose between a dry path and a wet path. But what I understand is that it's not so much an option between wet and dry. The option is at the end of the house, there's two directions you can take.
Oh, hell no.
And one is wet and one is dry. But that makes me think that you're going to get wet no matter what. We don't know yet if it's going to be water. We don't know yet if it's going to be fake blood.
It's going to be water, disguised as fake blood.
Like misting, like someone, like it'll probably be water. But either way, that's a unique kind of twist for Halloween Horror Nights. And once people are allowed to go and we get some feedback from that, we'll be able to shed some more light on it.
Yeah.
But do not go to this one if you're squeamish, I would say.
Yeah.
There's no footage from this yet. They're doing a hard freeze on all that. No walkthroughs, no nothing until it's open.
Honestly, my recollection is like most of them are like that too. Like you don't want, if you're squeamish, you're not going in.
For sure. This one I think will be, because like sometimes they'll have kind of like a ghosty feel to them, or like a creature feature film to them. This one's going to be like gross.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be...
I'm going to be in line for this one thinking like, why am I here?
Correct.
What am I doing here?
Correct. And then right next to Terrifier, we are going to have the Jason house. So this is called the Jason universe.
I'm excited for this
little tidbit. Like, I guess the naming rights for Friday the 13th are still kind of in debate.
Okay. So they're avoiding that.
Yeah, so they are... But from what I understand and what Reddit says and what a lot of the people who are in the know say is that the house is still going to be very lore based. Like you're going to see scenes from every movie, and it's going to be it's not going to just be like cookie cutter nonsense. It's going to be movie based stuff. And they have the rights to Jason, the character. The only thing as far as my understanding goes is they don't have the naming rights for Friday the 13th.
Okay.
That's why it's called Jason Universe.
Okay.
But I mean, that's one of the goats in the industry. So that'll be exciting. Another house that they're going to have, I skipped a couple because I wasn't very excited about them. But coming around the back end, you're going to have Dolls Let's Play Dead. So that's going to be, and again, it's Universal IP, so it's not Annabelle or anything like that, but it's going to be a doll-based house.
You're going to have similarities.
Correct. Yeah, it's going to be very Annabelle feeling.
Yeah.
But it should be good. I've heard good things from the people in the know. There's a lot of hype around that one. Actually, I'm sorry. You know what? There's no hype around that one. That one right now is polling.
You got it. You got it. We're getting it.
They got a poll on you. Anyway, at the bottom of the barrel, which is shocking because I feel like another house that we're gonna have towards the back end where the Fear Factor area is going to be Machete.
Oh yeah,
and Chains.
Bro, I'm telling you, some of these that seem obscure are going to be ridiculous. Like, I remember going to, honestly, it's every year. You think that, oh, this one has like no line. We're just going to go on this one. It's a throwaway. It's never a throwaway. They're always like, they always go off in these things.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think Universal puts any more effort into like historic IP versus their own IP. I think it's, they put effort into everything.
Yeah.
And then at the very back of the house, at the very back of the park, again, right next to the Fear Factor deal is going to be the Fallout.
I'm excited.
And monsters are Gulkin Monsters of the North. I have zero interest in the Monsters of the North house. Again, Universal IP. Just not my steez.
It'll end up being good though.
Oh, of course it'll be good. Yeah. If there was going to be a house I'd miss, it'd be that one though.
The Fallout, I'm very excited about. I know that you're not big into shows, so it's
like a video game.
It's a video game.
Five Nights at Freddy's is.
But there's also a lot of like things that they can do with horror elements from that show. Like they could throw in a lot of like crazy looking creatures, and
the walkthrough looks insane.
It looks like it's going to be awesome.
It's post-apocalyptic, right? So it's
yeah.
So it could be good, and that has a big cult following. So tidbit for you guys, if your Fallout isn't so important to you, maybe skip that house because the line's going to be long the whole night.
Or if you really are interested in Fallout, make a beeline to the back.
Yeah, so a lot of people apparently start at the back and work their way forward because a lot of people want to start like as soon as they can get in line, they get in line. But it's all about time saving, whatever works for you. We talked about them all. That's all 10.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, Terrifier and Jason are high up there for me. Five Nights at Freddy's will be interesting. But as long as I go through Terrifier and Jason, I don't really care what else I do.
So we definitely need to do a couple of rewatches. Like we'll start some Halloween movies a little early this year, especially for these themes. All October, we're going to be doing a ton of Halloween content. So we'll probably put out a little bit more than we normally do. Vlogs, movies. Yeah, we'll have to do something spooky every day, a little bit of something.
For sure.
And then we'll make sure that we bring a really good movie podcast from the site also for everybody.
Oh, it'll be great.
So, yeah.
It'll be great. And then beyond that, there's 4 scare zones and there's 2 new things called Street Experience.
Yeah, I didn't even know this, so I'm excited to hear about this.
So we talked about the origins of horror. That's right off the gate as soon as you walk in. The next one I'm most excited about, and if you're familiar with Universal layout, which I know you are, you'll understand this is the next one in that clockwise motion. It's going to be in that New York area, and it's going to be the Mutant Toxic 20s.
Bro, that area always has some crazy thing going on.
Some footage is like, not footage, but like the props are already out, and it looks sick.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be all 20s themed, and think mutants, toxins, New York. It's all there. It's going to be sick.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Then once you make your way back around and you're heading towards the front again, there's going to be the third scare zone, which is Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. So for whatever reason, this has the most hype out of all the scare zones. Everyone's talking about this one. It's going to be very Halloween themed.
Okay.
And apparently most of the actors, the scarers, whatever, are going to be like trick-or-treaters, like young kids or kid themed, and very like cat-oriented themed. So we'll see about that. It's going to be exciting. Then the last one, the one I have no interest in going in through, is Masquerade Dance with Death.
Whatever. I'm telling you, they'll make it.
I'm sure it'll be great. I just don't care enough.
Yeah.
So if you end up going in, so that'll be the first scare zone to your right. If you go in through the right, if you go straight, that's clockwise. That's what everything else is. Now these street experiences. All right. So there's not really a lot known because they've never done this before, but I'm sure you've seen the clips and you'll post it real quick. Snapshot of the Mel's Dine-In.
Yes.
Right? That's like the very famous diner in the middle of Universal. Well, this one's going to be Mel's Dine-In Zombies. And apparently when Universal put out the open casting call for these actors, roller skating proficiency was a requirement. So if you thought you could just run away, you won't.
Running is normally the worst option.
Yeah. Don't run.
If you run or if you act scared, they're gonna cook you. Correct. They're gonna follow you to the end of the earth.
Correct. So that one will be interesting to see. And then the other street experience is going to be called Club Horror, which, from my understanding, and the infrastructure is kind of in place, is going to just be an area in the middle of the street, sort of like a scare zone setup, but likely just bar and drinks, almost a safe zone.
Okay.
But still horror themed somehow. But it's just club horror. So maybe it's like a disco, something.
Maybe some of their classic monsters or something.
Yeah. Maybe. Or maybe it won't be scary at all, but we'll see. Once we get some more validity on that, we will definitely update you. But all of the scare zones and, for that matter, the street experiences are all Universal IP.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting to see. That's all I got for Halloween Horror Nights in particular, specifically.
Yeah.
But I will just say really quick, a couple other notes I had from doing this research. So construction on Rip Rocket is still underway.
Yeah.
They're tearing, it's still open, at least of today it's open. But the construction is going on all around it. And what are they going to put there? I heard Ghostbusters.
I heard potentially Ghostbusters as well. I heard...
It seems...
The first thing I heard was a Fast and the Furious roller coaster speculation. And then I did hear Ghostbusters, but Jeff is definitely the one to ask because I'm sure that he's already seen what's trademarked. I think Ben mentioned too that he noticed something was trademarked for it as well, but I can't remember what it was.
I think the mass consensus is Ghostbusters, but I could be wrong about that.
So what are they? They're just going to theme the roller coaster because it's a coaster.
I think they're tearing it down, no?
Yeah, but they're going to make a new coaster.
Yeah, I assume Ghostbusters. Yeah, I assume, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just a couple little tidbits for the layout of Halloween Horror Nights. The Palace Arcade is likely where the store is going to be. It's closed right now, blocked off. You can't even see in it. So really don't know what's going to be there, but maybe Five Nights at Freddy's Overflow or the Universal store, or the Halloween Horror Nights store.
There's typically also another Halloween Horror Nights store next to the Mummy as well. So it's pretty much on that same street.
I'm really glad you said that because, yes, rides will be open.
Okay.
The list of rides that will be open is Transformers. Mummy will be open.
Love it.
Men in Black will be open.
Love it.
Escape from Hogwarts. Never doing that again.
Yeah, no, we got to do it again so that we actually get the ride. Last time it was broken. You didn't even see everything.
Up if I do it again. And then...
no, it's a different one. It's a different one.
Oh, sorry. This is another thing I meant to say with Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know about this. You probably do. Death Eater experience is back.
I don't know about that.
Me neither. Apparently, the Death Eaters come into Diagon Alley.
Oh, yeah, we got to go
do something. Yeah, so that's a ride that's open, according to Universal's website.
What?
It's probably not a ride. Maybe it's an experience. I forgot one more thing to mention.
I made the table bigger so that you could place things.
Also, there will be 2 shows in production during Halloween Horror Nights. Shows. So the first one will be the Circus of Decay, which will be in the Fear Factor auditorium.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's basically like a Cirque du Soleil, like trapeze type deal, but horror themed. And then the Lagoon show is returning for the first time in several years. So there'll be a show at the Lagoon. It's called Hauntaphonic. From the way I understand, you just kind of walk by as it's happening.
Yeah, it's in the middle of everything. Yeah.
So that'll be fun. The Jaws merchandise is coming down. Jaws will not be there for Halloween Horror Nights.
Bummer.
I thought they could have, just
left it also.
Yeah, maybe it's not a horror movie though. I don't know. It's very like summer vibe.
Yeah, it's not.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what I got for Halloween Horror Nights. That's all the things I have written down.
That's a lot of things though.
Yeah.
All right, so before we talk Spidey and Marvel, I want to do some of our questions that the Discord asked us. Okay, so here's one from Malaysia. She said, "What do you think of all the Friday the 13th stuff coming? The series, the game, and supposedly new movie, especially since it's coming to Halloween Horror Nights." I feel like your answer is ultimate hype.
I'm excited. So I guess there was a lot of issues with the IP on that, which is why Friday the 13th isn't going to be ever uttered by Universal because that naming right still isn't available, I guess. I'm not really sure. I'm not spun up on the details of that contract dispute, but I know it exists. I think Jason, and his mother for that matter, are the only ones that really haven't had a kind of renaissance or rejuvenation lately. So I'm here for it. The show, I'm not a show guy, so I don't care. Won't watch it at all. I would love a new Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah, I think
I think they should remake the old one.
Oh, okay. So just a full remake.
Yeah, not like Rob Zombie. Don't let Rob Zombie do it, no offense, but like that.
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like that would be fun.
I would
just
see it.
redo it. Yeah,
sure,
I would
yeah.
too. Okay, so Marlene asked us.
See my shirt?
That's true.
Tight. Yeah, my bad.
So Marlene asked us, she said she's curious as to what different things the Universal Park in Orlando has for horror nights that the Universal Park in Hollywood does not. And to be honest with you, I don't know.
Question.
I don't really know that much about the Hollywood thing, but Tony, luckily, just did that huge deep dive into Orlando. So, I mean, that's kind of a really good comprehensive understanding of where things are laid out and what the scare zones are even like. So, it's kind of a cop-out answer because I'm not familiar with the Hollywood Park, but yeah.
Yeah, so as I'm looking here, it looks to be they have 8 houses.
Okay.
All of them are the same except the Universal IP is going to be different.
Oh, interesting.
So the Hollywood in LA or wherever it is will have Five Nights at Freddy's. We'll have the horror of the Wyatt Six, the Terrifier, the Jason, the Fallout. So those are the 5 that are IP based. And then I guess the Universal IP specific ones will be different. Here I'm looking at a couple that are Monstrous 3, Ghost of Latin America, which I guess will be kind of like the Artistica one, and then Scarecrow, music by Slap. Anyway, yeah, just here's a tidbit. Just don't go there. Come to Florida, spend your tourism dollars in America.
Marlene always goes to the Universal in Hollywood anyway. So if you are going to Halloween Horror Nights, you got to let us know, first of all, if you're going. In the comments.
Send some pics. That'd be cool.
And we got to see what the results are. We got to see what you think of it.
Or you can just hop on a plane and come to the real one.
The real one.
Yeah, no big deal.
All right, so let's do a little bit of let's talk about Spider-Man because Marvel's struggling a little bit at the box office as of late. That's no secret. At least struggling in terms of what they normally do. You know, they're not pumping out billion-dollar movies right now. Even 700 plus seems difficult for them at the moment. Superman is still climbing and doing pretty well, or it's maintaining pretty well. Fantastic Four, it seems like everybody who sees it is enjoying
better
it.
than Superman.
They're really enjoying it, but there is just not the show. People are not showing up to the theater to see it, and I think obviously there's the argument of streaming. Streaming has been it's become a huge thing, so people just want to wait. But also there was an argument as to, is this a quality thing? Is this
It's got to be a fatigue thing.
It's got to be fatigue. And I think that part of that is that you're starting with new characters and people are kind of missing those iconic characters that they had before.
Which is fair.
It's definitely fair. It's also hard to go for as long as they have and not generate some fatigue at some point. But they were cranking out, I think, a little too much every year. You were getting a little too many C, D level characters that maybe people really like, but it's not a general audience thing. Because the main Marvel fans are still showing up to the theaters. It's just not as many of the average moviegoers that are going.
Fantastic Four would have been the thing that, because nothing that we just said applies to Fantastic Four.
Well, I do think that part of it is, I think that part of it is the fact that they're just over Marvel giving them bad content for 8 years. So I do think there is a quality aspect of it, but it's mainly the leftover feelings from what they've generated before.
Yeah, that's fair.
But now that they've put out Thunderbolts, which is good, it's a good quality movie. Fantastic Four, which is a good quality movie. Exactly. So now hopefully that conversation, as people see those on streaming, people start feeling a little bit better about Marvel. At least this is what I think Marvel has to hope for. And they are so lucky that Spider-Man is the next one on the docket. You have Punisher actually up next on Disney Plus, and then you've got Spider-Man Brand New Day coming to theaters next year. And the hype for that movie is insane already.
It is insane. It's insane.
They're filming already. Where are they now? Get Glass now. So I don't really know where they are right now, but they're staging it as New York. And if you have been online, I mean, my God, there's videos of Tom Holland in the Spider-Man costume, just handshaking, waving, talking to fans. People are out in droves.
Scotland.
Okay. people are out there just like so hyped taking pictures of Spider-Man. It looks like
cool
what it would look like if Spider-Man was real.
It looks, it does. It really
and
does.
Not to mention the fact that they've got a giant truck with a rig on it, and he is actually swinging in the air while it's driving with explosions in the background.
And I heard the stunt coordinator was from the Shang-Chi 10 Rings.
Okay, yeah.
And apparently, I haven't seen it, but apparently the fight scenes are great.
Yeah, the fight scenes are great. And I think that the fact that you just put out 2 good quality movies, and now you have Spider-Man, which is universally loved.
Marvel really the bed when they sold that.
What, early?
Yeah, well, like 89, 93, 98, what was it?
To Sony?
Yeah, for $7 million.
It's a different time, man. It was a different time.
Speaking of that, do you understand this contract business?
With what?
Marvel and Sony.
I have a very elementary understanding of it where...
Because apparently Marvel characters can be in the Spider-Man movie and Spider-Man can be in the Marvel movies.
Yeah, they're worked that out. Yeah, Sony was going to take him away from the universe. And Tom was not happy about it. And Marvel obviously campaigned about that.
Tom really brought Marvel, or I guess
Sony.
Disney and Sony to the table together. I also heard that in this contract that does exist, that 2 Peter Parkers can exist.
They cannot exist?
Cannot exist.
Well,
so
they have that.
Disney can't do their own Spider-Man.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, they can't. But they are working in conjunction with them. Because obviously in the last Spider-Man, you had 3 Peter Parkers. But
did you, not to go too far off.
you're good.
Noir?
Yeah, Spider-Man Noir. It looks...
Is that real?
Yes. And
Bro,
dude, so
I was Nicolas Cage?
you're not into the animated stuff.
Oh,
but
it's animated?
No, it's not.
Oh, thank God.
But in the animated movie Into the Spider-Verse, there is a character named Spider-Man Noir. And have you seen what he looks like?
No.
Okay, well, I'll plug him.
Sounds...
He looks... I mean, he's got
at that.
like...
It looks
It's like black
stupid.
and white. It's like black and white.
Noir does mean that. Yeah.
And
A little bit of gray and...
Nicolas Cage voices him
In the animated.
in the animated.
right.
And so now they're doing a live-action Spider-Man Noir on a television
Well,
show.
who the hell is Nicolas Cage going to be?
Spider-Man.
He's 90 years old.
Bro, trust me, it looks really cool. It looks really cool.
I
So
like-
far, it looks really
But
cool.
correct me if I'm wrong, but it's supposed to be like early 40s New York.
I believe so,
He's
yeah.
fighting Nazis.
It looks really
does
cool.
because the first Avenger was fun
Yeah.
when that part was happening. So okay.
So I just think that... Go
I'm
ahead.
really sorry.
No.
That's going to be an Amazon Prime, AMC Plus,
Okay.
Sony collab.
Yeah.
Because Sony owns 40-minute plus live action everything.
Spider-Man, yeah. So they're
But
working with...
Disney owns animated,
I'm not sure about that.
not feature film, but shows.
Okay. All right. So yeah, see, it's so convoluted the way it is.
Yeah, Marvel just needs to spend $1 billion and take Sony.
It's just that you gotta see would Sony even sell him? I mean, that's their most profitable hero for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure No Way Home made $1 billion.
It's crazy. But obviously they're cooking well with Disney when it comes to that, so they're benefiting from allowing Disney to work with them for it.
I heard that Disney offered a 50-50 split because right now it's 25. Like Disney's fronting 25% of production cost and reaping 25% of the benefits of the profits, and they offered 50-50. And Sony said, "Hell no."
Yeah, well, that's because they're printing money with Spider-Man. As you can see, look how popular it is.
He is
Marvel
very
is Marvel is not doing well at the box office.
Maybe
and-
that's why he's so damn popular. Is that he's never been ruined by Marvel.
I mean, I don't know. I just think that character is so good. Like, I mean, there were even some Andrew Garfield movies that weren't that good, and the third Tobey Maguire one wasn't that good.
Awful.
But
it was bad.
But bro, people love Spider-Man.
I'm about to re-release the second one. I can't wait.
Same here. But I think this is the perfect timing because now you're going to get Spider-Man and then you've got Doomsday right after that. And now you're going to go back and people are going to see Thunderbolts and they're going to see Fantastic Four on streaming. They're going to be like, oh, these are entertaining. And then more people hopefully are going to show up even more for Doomsday after
really hope
Spider-Man.
you're right.
We went from all CGI to now we're literally getting this guy swinging in the streets, practical effects.
So when you have YouTubers doing better CGI than a production company worth billions of dollars, what do you expect?
And much like we always talk about with when we look back at older movies, whether it's Star Wars, Jurassic Park, the best ones that feel the coolest are the ones where you can see its practical effects.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's probably hard to separate the nostalgia from that.
Yeah, fair. But I'm already more hyped for this movie seeing that.
And I think a good combination of like Michael Bay, for instance. great combination
Yeah.
of practical amplified by VFX.
Well, that's what we want. Because, I mean, we want the Hulk in there for this movie, but we don't want Lou Ferrigno just painted green as the Hulk either. But there was a Universal truck on site.
I saw that.
And that's pretty much how people are confirmed that the Hulk is in it. Because they still own the rights to the Incredible Hulk.
Universal does.
Yeah, Universal does.
Well, who owns the rights to Punisher? Disney?
Disney.
So there's all three of these. Oh my God.
It's going to be great. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. If Punisher gets some Steel's War Machine, that'd be cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that would be gnarly.
Could you picture like a Tony Stark montage where he's in the cave making the Iron Man suit, but instead it's Frank Castle, John Bernthal making the Punisher War Machine combo?
I don't think he's going to have to make anything. I think he's going to steal and paint it. Yeah.
That's what I mean, paint.
It's going to be gnarly seeing those three. Allegedly, they're going to be fighting each other, and then there's going to be them ganging up on the villain of the movie. So there could be some serious carnage in this thing.
I assume they're all three going to fight at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Because why would the Punisher need the War Machine?
I'm guessing this is why they're fighting in the street. I think that's what they're filming right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, not to get too into Dr. Negative, is that his name? Mr. Negative?
So now I've heard reports that he's not in it.
Well, who's the main bad guy then?
That's the people are trying to figure it out.
That's a
I don't think he's going to be the
guy.
main. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be the main one.
Interesting.
Early reports from like a year or so ago were talking about how there was going to be symbiotes in it. I don't know if that's still a thing.
It doesn't seem ground level.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean,
maybe it is.
It's going to get crazy at some point, but I think it's definitely more ground level than the rest of
the suit's cool as hell. I'm really excited about it.
So let me read a couple more questions.
Yep.
Here is a question. Are we overhyped or appropriately hyped for Spider-Man based off the behind the scenes that have been dropped thus far? I'm trying to see who wrote that in. I don't see it.
I mean, you might disagree with me here, but I think we're a little overhyped since it's a year away.
We definitely could be overhyped.
Like a year away is a long time.
Yeah, it is. It's a long time. I think that...
Because, I mean, I'm hyped as for it.
Same.
Like I feel like I'm too hyped for Halloween Horror Nights, and it's a month and a half away. This is a year away.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. I don't know. I think that... I'm pretty convinced that we're appropriately hyped, even though it's very early. And the reason why is because you can tell that there is an effort now to make quality movies. And even if quality isn't the only issue, because Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were so good, I still think that you really needed to see a little bit more. And now everybody's actually seeing it even in the behind the scenes aspects of it.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to get people back on that train. The Spider-Man hype is going to go crazy. I bet you people buy more Spider-Man comics starting now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I just hope Marvel or Sony learns from Marvel and doesn't tease the whole damn movie.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a baseline between too much and not enough.
I think that Marvel's trying to do anything to just...
They're doing too much.
So that leads into Malaysia's question right here. How are y'all feeling on all the Spider-Man behind the scenes showing up? Is it too much or not enough?
Well, hopefully, I mean, we're a year away and we're already seeing filming. Mm-hmm. We're going to see filming. Especially
this, because they actually are closing down this whole street. Right, so
you can't bar the public from seeing. So we're going to see that.
So as long as it's this and then not like the entire plot of the movie, then we're really in a good spot.
Like a trailer, there hasn't been a trailer yet, right?
No.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get a trailer for the Super Bowl and then maybe one like the week or two before it opens. If that's all they do, then that's a good amount. But like the 2 trailers and then a teaser and then a like behind the scenes picture, like it's too much.
Yeah.
Because by the end of it, if you had studied the trailers like really hard and gone into the movie of Fantastic Four, there are scenes that didn't happen yet that you knew were going to happen.
Yeah.
Even though they changed them.
There were some that were completely cut, which made it interesting too, because I was waiting on certain things.
Right. And they edited certain things out, which was fair that they did that, but it's just too much.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Too much.
So,
in my opinion.
No, I'm with you on that. I think that pretty much buttons up the Spider-Man combo. I think that they just need to, the more quality they put out, the better they'll end up doing in the future. I know that the current thing isn't just the quality, but I think it's some bad faith from previous.
Yeah, that plus the fatigue.
Yeah.
Plus, if we're going to get really in the weeds here, Thunderbolts is not, or at least to me, was not marketable as a family movie.
Right, and those are B and C level characters that you're hoping just bounce back after a Captain America.
There's no way the 10-year-olds like, let's go see Thunderbolt.
Yeah, right,
Like they were for Superman, or like they will be for Spider-Man.
No, I'm with you. Spider-Man's going to go nuclear. So before we close this out, we have a question from Elena. I forgot to ask you this for our Halloween Horror Nights section. My favorite horror movie that I still watch to this day is Anatomy from 2002. It's a German slasher horror thriller movie. If you can find it and watch it, I would like to hear your score and review. So,
Anatomy.
Yeah, so we'll have to look that up and potentially check that out.
I never heard of it.
All right, well, hey, thanks for watching another episode. We appreciate all the questions. We appreciate all the support. We will see you guys in the next episode, but shout out to all the cinephiles, our premium subscribers. You guys are awesome. But we will see you in the next episode for Return of the Jedi next Tuesday.
Hell yeah, Return of the Jedi. Throw your questions in the Discord.